Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Young with Sask Ag Today, here at the Western Canadian Crop Production Show in Saskatoon, and joining me today is Derek with Degelman Industries. Derek, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent, thank you.
Awesome stuff. You're here at the Crop Production Show. How has it been so far?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's always good after the holiday break to get in front of the customers again and see some of the guys you haven't seen since, I guess, way back in November, right? So it's always good to get back into the swing of things.
Absolutely. And speaking of a new year, likely new things. So just talk a little bit about what's new and what's the latest at Degelman.
Yeah, no, we're excited to have a few new products in the pipeline. So at this show specifically, we were able to bring our new Super Picker 3, our new Rock Picker line. So it's always good to keep innovating on something we've been doing for 60 years and able to get that in front of some guys. And then we also brought over our brand new product, the True Grade, which is our new pull type utility bulldozer blade. So just another line of impact farm equipment that we can add to offer to people.
Let's talk a little bit about that rock picker for a second. What's new about it and what kind of separates it from previous lines?
Yeah, so we originally made the Super Picker back in the 80s and Super Picker 2, and so this is kind of the sequel 30 years in the making, right? So we wanted to take a little bit of our Rock King philosophy with the big tires and the big grates and the big bucket capacity and apply that to something a little closer to our 7200 series line. So, we've got a nice 7-foot tall dump, so you can dump on top of the pile rather into it. We put an extra long hitch pole on it, so these newer tractors with the big fenders, you can actually see that picker when you're picking. And we put a little bit of a 12-inch advanced placement on the reel as well, so we're picking ahead of the machine. So just makes it easier to go out there and spot pick throughout the day. And with the bigger bucket, you're picking longer, dumping less, and just keeping you in the field a little bit longer.
Exactly, and it's kind of that happy medium, the best of both worlds.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's got a lot of those features that the Rock King has, but it's only 6 inches wider than our 7200. So very much manageable for most 200 horsepower tractors, and then just extra capacity. So like I said, you're working longer and having less breaks dumping.
Exactly, and I know that'll make the job a lot easier. I know growing up on the farm, for me, picking rocks, that was always a tedious task, so that's awesome. And talk a little bit about another product, the blades that you mentioned.
Yeah, so it's a True Grade, so it's a pull-type utility bulldozer blade, tallest in its category of that size. And what that is going to be able to let us do is just get things done around the yard a little bit easier. So if you want to do a little bit of trenching, you want to do some snow removal, you want to work the gravel roads, this machine's going to be able to do that really simply, really efficiently. It's got a continuous angle system, so no matter which way you pivot that behind the tractor, it's always going to maintain that angle in relation to the tractor axle. So everything we do is just about simplicity. We don't want extra gauges, we don't want extra adjustments. You adjust the angle on that, no matter how you set that offset, that angle is going to stay the same. So with Degelman, we always know that some of the products we do is stuff you need to do to get to the seeding, get to the harvest, the money-making parts. So we want our stuff to be as simple and easy to use, so you're not wasting time with us, so you can get to the stuff that makes you money.
That's right. And with all of these new products and adjustments made, is that kind of the result of feedback you've heard from farmers?
Yeah, absolutely. We deal with, we have a lot of feedback from farmers when we develop our equipment. We engineer our equipment from scratch. Everything we do is in-house. We engineer our own equipment. We develop it. We look at what we need to do to make an impact on the farm. And by doing that, we talk to producers. And some of the feedback we got just even on that rock picker is they said, hey, we love what you guys are doing. Let's put big rubber on those tires. So some people might look at our stuff and say that's overkill. But that's feedback we're getting from the end users. We put big rubber on that picker so you've got that flotation in the field so you can pick that stuff easily and efficiently. So everything we do is based off of feedback from not only our engineers, but from the farmers that we've been working with for the past 60 years.
And being here at the Crop Production Show, that's an invaluable tool that you guys utilize.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the last couple of days, just getting caught up with a lot of these guys, these are the guys that we get feedback from. A lot of these producers we see every year, we've been seeing, and we've actually had meetings at this show before we've brought these producers in and said, hey, we need feedback on some equipment. What are you looking for? What can we do better? What can we offer you to make sure that farming is easier for you? Because that's why we're here. That's Wolf Degelman 60 years ago. started Degelman Industries with one, idea in mind: make farming easier. What can I do to help? And that was the rock picker, right? That was his invention, his desire to get out there and help the farmers that he lived near and helped. He started welding for local farmers, and that was his goal. And we kind of try to continue that, today.
Anything else you wanted to add?
No, I appreciate the opportunity to come here and talk about my equipment a little bit. So. We're looking forward to 2024. Like I said, not only do we have those new products, but we're, getting into the subsoiler, the deep ripping field as well. So we're excited to really dive into that. And, with our ProTill and other tillage tools, we're just looking forward to continuing to do what we can to make an impact with guys.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's Derek with Degelman Industries. And on behalf of Derek, I'm Ryan Young with Sask Ag Today here at the Western Canadian Crop Production Show in Saskatoon.